Howdy everyone and welcome to Kadic Reviews for Injustice 2. Yes, this has been a long time coming, but it's time to review the latest game from NetherRealm, the creators and keepers of the Mortal Kombat franchise. But between Mortal Kombat's 9 and 10, they created a superhero game, a DC Comics menage a trois known as Injustice Gods Among Us. But due to character balance and bad online play,
the coolest people in the world?
Injustice wasn't really loved by the community, but its story mode was one of the best superhero stories ever put to screen. Now, after the success of Mortal Kombat 10 and improved servers, Injustice is back, bringing its dark alternate universe back for a second round. But a new innovative feature awaits, one that could cause some controversy. But I'm getting ahead of myself. For those not to know, Injustice 2 picks up right after the events of the Injustice 2 comic book series and the first game. In the first game, Superman goes loco thanks to the Joker that nukes an alternate universe version of Metropolis as well as killing Lois Lane. This sends the otherwise boy-scouted son of Krypton into a tyrannical rampage and splits the DC universe into two sides, his regime and Batman's resistance. Batman's resistance wins the fight. Superman is jailed and Bruce Wayne is trying to bring the world back together. But the forces that are still pro-Superman plan to break him out. But with the coming of Brainiac, this becomes even more noted. The story mode, the highlight of Injustice 1, is still the highlight here, with impressive voice acting, including Miss Twilight Sparkle herself, Tara Strong as Harley Quinn, among others, including Kevin Conroy reprising Batman. The voice acting is top-notch, and so are the cutscenes. But it's not just the cutscenes that make story mode fantastic. It's the actual fight-to-fight minutia. Cutscenes are quick, personal, and full of interspotting dialogue. But they're quick and out of your way before they wear out their welcome. Plus, in multitudes of the 12-chapter story, you'll be asked to pick one or the other character to fight with, making it an impressive get-together, and worth chasing an achievement or two due to the DVD-style chapter barrier once you've done everything. But once you've 100%ed it, there's no real reason to return. But it's an excellent campaign mode. Combine that with a serviceable tutorial, and beginners will have enough to sink their teeth into. Even character tutorials are there to teach you the basics of each individual character at your leisure. But sadly, the tutorials don't teach you the more advanced techniques that you'll need to survive in the online landscape. Things like juggles, juggles, combo resets, and proper use of meter burn, as well as advanced combo setups. Those you're gonna have to learn on your own. Luckily, just like Mortal Kombat 10, all the things you need like frame data, and other material are easily seeable by your leisure. Profiles and leveling them up still return with an intangible reward, source crystals. Source crystals can be used to buy costumes, or if you're a hoarder and hoard up to 10,000 of these things, you can auto level a character to 20. The reason this is important is something I'll get into with you in a second. But source crystals can also be bought with real life cash. Yes, microtransactions are in the game. But due to you leveling up with source crystals and even a few hidden tricks that have to do with the prevailing new system, you'll find more than enough reason not to spend money outside of DLC characters, in which if you didn't pre-order the game, you'll have to spend $5 right away to get one of them in the form of Darkseid. The other you can get a pass for $20, which nets you the quite interesting Sub-Zero and the subpar Red Hood. New characters like what you see here, Blue Beetle and Robin,
Hand over the suit, Beetle.
as well as Captain Cold, the aforementioned Brainiac, Red Hood, join the old Injustice cast, which still involves Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and some of the survivors from the original game, such as Cyborg. But additions like Supergirl, and the oddly underpowered Swamp Thing are nice. But Swamp Thing doesn't have enough attack power, and other brand new characters are best called cheap category. Mainly Deadshot, of course, and the other tournament favorites like Atrocitus, the Red Lantern. Injustice's music is better than the first, but not as memorable as games like Guilty Gear and others. It's serviceable, but it's largely forgettable. The graphics in the arenas, however, are breathtaking, especially with a high dynamic range screen. The game looks miles better than its predecessor, and although some of the faces do look wonky, for the most part, it's an admirable job. And the story mode loves to highlight just how well the animations are done, combined with the constant voice clips between the characters during clashes and the super moves. Injustice 2 is a visual treat. But there is one prevailing dark side that keeps Injustice 2 from absolute perfection, and it's something that is becoming a cancer in other games, in other genres.
Where did you train?
Together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all! That is your fate!
And that, my friends, is of course the gear system. Taking a page from games such as Destiny and Borderlands, Injustice 2 is the first to incorporate a customization gear system in fighting games. This allows you to make your superhero of choice look a myriad of different ways, colors, and overall looks. Although cosmetically this is breathtaking, there's also one major drawback. That being stats. Taking a page from RPGs, every piece of gear has a stat and a rarity quotient. From standard common gear to rare gear to, of course, the epic level gear that is gold. The quality and strength of that gear is based upon your character level. Fighting fights will gain you character level. And as your character level goes up, the level of the gear goes up. But if you have low level gear that you love but need to respect, you can buy a regen token which you can earn throughout the game to respect your stats through the multiverse mode. Multiverse is where you'll be spending a majority of your time. Multiverse is living towers in Mortal Kombat 10, only this time they're based around the multiple Earths that can be created due to the DCU. Some of them are more character focused, while others have random modifiers and different effects. Completing them in enough time will earn you mother boxes, which are the form to unlock gear. Bronze, silver, gold, even the rare platinums, and the even rarer diamond level boxes await you. Bronze usually involve 2 pieces of random gear. Silvers have 3, with a chance at epics. Golds have more rare level gear, but a better chance at epics. And the platinum and diamonds, of course, include epic level gear and even abilities. Moves that can be swapped and replaced or added to a character's moveset. However, even though there is something known as gear bias does not really truly work. What gear bias is trying to do is, as you play as a character, your chances of getting gear related to that character are supposed to go up. This, of course, doesn't happen nearly as much as you used to, as it should, meaning you're getting gear from characters you may not use or may use in the future if you're trying to get a certain achievement that the game carries. But in order to complete certain universes, you need level 20 gear. That's where the 10,000 source crystal thing I mentioned earlier comes up. Using 10,000 source crystals, you can auto-level any character of your choice to level 20 to access the rarest gear in the game. But of course, that takes away your ability to earn costume shaders and colors. So, it's a decision, but not really a good one. If you're playing player matches, most players today like to play with the gear on, while ranked play takes away the gear entirely and goes with base stats. But if you don't want to play the game out, there's also another way that you can grind for gear. This is, of course, going to be viewed at by me as a double-edged sword. There are 2 AI loadouts. AI loadouts that you can program to do anything from more grapples and combos to being a long-range zoner. Trust me, zoning is king in Injustice 2. Take my advice there. Due to the AI loadouts, you can have the AI play out entire multiverses. In fact, that's how I've got most of the footage for this very review, using the AI loadouts, playing the game to get high quality footage for you to watch. None of the footage you see here, I had to physically pick up a controller to play. In fact, the amount of games that I've played physically using controller, round about 10 to 20. Most of the hundreds of matches that I played using the AI to grind for gear, get levels, equip gear, and do the entire situation again. But there are also guild multiverses that are stronger, that require multiple players to take down their big bosses. In a community-inspired group, guilds can be up to 50 players, and as long as those players are active and gaining mother boxes, they can gain special gear mother boxes and guild credits that will go to every player in the guild. If you're interested, look up my guild called the Elements Harmony if you want to help me gain some more gear in the future. I will gladly leave the guild code in the description of the YouTube video that you are about to see if you have any interest in joining the Elements to beat down evil. But for the most part, it is the collection of gear that will occupy your time.
What about facial scars?
But the fact that you don't get any added reward for actually playing the matches instead of the AI gives you no intrinsic reason to play the actual game. Just let the AI do everything for you. And with the AI Battle Simulator, you can set up a team of 3 AI characters to win you either some bronze or gold mother boxes. Collecting mother boxes is easy, but gaining the gear you might want is hard. And considering that most characters, such as Red Hood or Poison Ivy, need high level gear to be good, this creates a character imbalance, which of course for fighting games is a constant struggle. Although the gear system is born of the right place, its amount of execution and too much reliancy on way too much RNG ruin the system. An otherwise great idea gone by the wayside. Injustice 2, all in all, is a great fighting game to go right alongside Tekken 7, but its greatest new advantage is its greatest kryptonite, with gear set RNG creating imbalance in player matches, and the AI Battle Simulator meant to take down the grind, becoming more of a crutch unless you're hardcore dedicated into learning the more advanced minutia, which the game doesn't give you. Injustice 2 may be a hard sell, especially if you're not a fan of DC, but if you're looking for another great game to go alongside Tekken 7, Injustice 2 might just fit the bill. That's why we give Injustice 2 an 8 out of 10. Make sure to follow the notifications at the end of the video for more Code Equestrian material, and I'll see you next time. Find peace in your own nirvana, and thanks for watching.